I come from an overprotective family. Growing up, my mom would never let me play video games because she said video games were too violent for children. Instead, she made me go outside and play with the other kids in the neighborhood. Immediately backfired. All that meant was that instead of staying inside and playing violent games like Call of Duty or Gears of War, I was outside playing neighborhood games like Punch Each Other Until It Goes Too Far. Or the cul-de-sac classic, Someone's Older Brother's Here and He Is Hurting Us. I grew up with 2 sisters, no brothers. Sometimes people will hear that and they'll say to me, hey, you grew up with sisters. Does that mean you're good at talking to girls? It actually means I am bad at talking to guys. There's very little self-awareness whenever guys get together. Like in any group of guys, whenever one of them gets laid, all the other ones will ask him a bunch of really dumb questions like, oh, how was it, dude? Was it good? Yeah, there is no point asking a guy if the sex he had was good for him. Sex is always good for a guy. That's an important distinction. There's that old saying, it goes, having sex is like eating pizza. Even if it's bad, it's still pretty good. Yeah, that's only if you're a guy. If you're a girl, having sex is like watching somebody else eat pizza. Even if it is good, you're still probably gonna have to feed yourself later. But I've been going on a lot of first dates the last few months, and first dates are so tough because you're trying to figure the other person out, and nobody reveals their entire self on the first date. You're getting a very watered-down version. That's why I always pay extra attention on first dates whenever they give an opinion on something. Because you know that the first date opinion is only about 10% of the actual opinion. Like if on the first date somebody says they sometimes like to watch a little anime, that means they fucking love anime. If you get laid that night, it will be in a room with Dragon Ball Z wallpaper. If on the first date somebody says they're open to the idea of one day having a kid, their son Tyson is waiting in the minivan. If you're on a very first date with somebody and they casually mention that they think Steelers quarterback Ben Roethlisberger is a little underrated, look closer. You're on a date with Ben Roethlisberger. Have fun, but keep your head on a swivel. His Wikipedia page gets dark. I'm on all those dating apps, though. In fact, I actually recently matched with a girl I went to high school with. I didn't know it was her at first because the entire time we were in high school together, she actually had cancer. So I didn't recognize her with hair and healthy. And it was genuinely good reconnecting with her, knowing everything she's overcome, to the point where I actually felt uncomfortable trying to flirt with her. Because she'd be like, oh my God, in high school, you were such a funny boy. And I'd be like, oh my God, in high school, you were such an inspiration. She'd try to keep it light. She'd say, oh, do you remember junior prom? And I'd say, yeah, we raised so much money for you. There's been a lot of celebrity scandals the past few years. You know, Bill Cosby, Harvey Weinstein. Y'all read Twitter. The one that caught me most off guard was actually Jared from Subway. Jared was a guy who lost a bunch of weight eating Subway sandwiches, was named their national spokesperson, then got caught with child pornography and sent to jail. The craziest thing about that is even after he was arrested for being a predator, we all kept referring to Jared from Subway as Jared from Subway. What did that man have to do to shake off a brand? Like, I'm sure Jared's not the first pedophile to eat sandwiches, but he is the first pedophile to eat so many sandwiches, that stayed his main thing. He's Jared from Subway, who also turned out to be a pedophile if you Google it. Wait, what? You've got to throw down a lot of fresh fit meals to drop pedophile to number 2. If I say O.J. Simpson, nobody thinks, ah, yes, pride of the Buffalo Bills. Oh, wait, O.J.? Wait a minute. I know that name. That's the son of a bitch who murdered my Chiefs in the playoffs. I'll always hate him for that. Even fictional celebrities are having scandals nowadays. Like DC comic books, apparently they decided not enough adults were reading Batman comic books. That was a problem for them. So they released an official R-rated Batman comic where they, and this is true, showed Batman's full penis. Which made me really mad. Not that they showed Batman's dick, but that they didn't give Batman a small dick. What a missed opportunity. Look, if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. I've torpedoed many an exam's essay portion with it. A Batman with a small dick is inherently more interesting. It's like, hey, Batman, buddy, you sure have a lot of rage about the death of your parents. Yeah, that's what all the rage is about. I'm way too reliant on technology. Like, the internet's down at my apartment right now, so no porn for me. I've had to use my imagination. Have you ever had to do that? It's doable, but dangerous, because your mind wanders. Like, I'll start off great, like thinking of a supermodel on the beach, and then moments later I'll catch myself like, oh, I'm just fully masturbating to me as a Jedi right now. It's probably for the best, though. Porn's gotten so confusing. I saw a video title the other day on the main page of a porn site, the main page, and this was the real title. It was, Twin Stepsisters Get Fucked on Spring Break. I didn't read that and think, ooh, that's hot. I read that and thought, ooh, is it even possible to have twin stepsisters? I looked it up right away. Turns out it is possible. All that needs to happen is a woman needs to be married to a man, have sex with him, fertilize one egg on that same ovulation cycle, have sex with another man she's not married to, fertilize another egg, so 2 fertilized eggs, 2 different fathers, married to one, get both, divorce the first husband, marry the second father, have him adopt the first husband's first kid. And by the way, that's not 2 one-night stands for the mother. That's 2 marriages. That's real love. That's tragic love. Because no matter which husband she chooses, one of her daughters will grow up without their real dad. So at this point, I'm light years away from an erection. I don't know about any of you. All right, y'all have been absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.